conflicts in the Middle East are definitely starting to have a ripple effect all across of Canada. Not only is it devastating to see the impacts of war and to see how that affects so many people and so many people losing their lives, it's awful, but to see what's actually happening as well with our economy and the price of oil, it's also going to have ripple effects. So February 26th, before the Iran conflict started, our price of oil was $67 a barrel, and our Canadian bond yields were sitting at 2.67. Fast forward to as of yesterday, our Canadian bond yields are now 3.012%, and the price of oil is over $100 a barrel. I did see some reports today saying that the oil prices have dipped down a little bit since yesterday, so that is good news. However, that's due to the fact that they have an emergency supply of oil that they are going to release so that we can try and get some of these gas prices down a little bit. If you've been to the pumps, I saw as of yesterday it was $1.70 outside of Toronto. What that means for you is if you have a mortgage up for renewal this year, let's definitely be reaching out, starting those talks early. If you're in a variable rate mortgage, the Bank of Canada meets next week on March 18th. Their main mandate is keeping inflation between 1% and 3%. Last report, we were at 2%. However, the enemy of inflation is rising gas prices. So it'll be interesting to see what the Bank of Canada decides to do next week, if they're going to make a move early to try and aggressively stop inflation, or if they're going to sit back and kind of see what's happening in the Middle East. Main lesson here, though, is definitely reach out to your mortgage agent. Start those talks early. We can take a look and see if you're in a variable rate, if there are some options. If you're up for renewal this year, we can hold on to rates for 120 days. We're already seeing lenders raising fixed rates in response to this crisis. Last time we had a crazy crisis was 2020, and they aggressively slashed rates, though. So it's hard to say what's going to happen, but keeping in constant communication with your mortgage agent, letting them know what's going on, is the best plan of action that you can take. We can have all these talks early. If rates go down while we're holding on to rates, we get the lower rate, but if they go up, at least we're holding on to something, right? So reaching out, having those talks, it's a good thing to do, and we can figure it out together, okay? Hey, I'm Lara Rockefeller, and I help everyday Canadians like you with their mortgage.